If after your breakup, you started the phase of no contact, there's something you're probably asking yourself every single day, is when shall I break no contact? And in this video, rather than giving you this rule, 30 days, 90 days, I want to give you a little bit of explanation, helping you to figure out if it's the right time to reach out to your partner. As a therapist, I know how complex relationships can be. And it's very hard to have one single strategy that would work with everyone. That's why I always struggle with those 90 days, 30 days type of rules. I think it helps to give yourself some kind of objective, but what you have to assess is not so much the length of the no contact, it's also your mental state. Let me explain everything after the jingle. So why no contact matters? I think from my point of view, again, as a therapist, it's really to create the right environment. You won't be able to get back with your ex. You won't be able to assess whether there's a potential reconciliation with that person if you don't create the right environment. And so going no contact gives your ex space, give yourself space to reflect, to learn, to assess. If you're constantly in touch, let's put it the other way around. If you're constantly in touch with your ex, you won't have any space to heal and reflect. You will always be in those moments of immediate reward, the messages, the dopamine rush that we get from a message, and won't be able to take that step back and really reflect on the relationship. Also, it really helps with emotional clarity. If you are, again, constantly in touch with your ex, it's going to be very hard for you to be less anxious, to be confident about the outcome. The thing is, when you break no contact too soon, so too soon, I said I wouldn't say rules, but 1 or 2 weeks is definitely too soon. Unless you've been together for a month, but if you're watching this video, I can assume that you had at least 6 to 9 months relationship. The reason you need to wait at least a month, and the month is like, it's a minimum, that's not necessarily the right amount of time. It's because usually after 4 weeks, we have definitely time to reflect on things. So for instance, when I work with my clients, the first month, if I onboard them right after the breakup, usually I don't have clients right after the breakup, but a few weeks, it gives us 4 weeks, it gives you enough time to reflect. 4 weeks, 4 sessions, 4 sort of opportunities for you to reflect and slowly get clear about what you want. Get also clear about those emotional regulation skills that you develop if you have an anxious attachment style, for instance, and if you feel like this breakup is so hard on me, shifting from this breakup is so hard on me, I can't wake up I can't sleep, I can't eat, I can't be efficient at work. You can't bounce back and heal in less than a month. I wish we could, but if that's the case for you, if you're having a really hard time dealing with this breakup, first of all, it's not by staying in touch with your ex that will help you. And second, it will take at least, and if you have the right support, a month. If you don't have any form of support, if you continue binge watching videos without taking actions, for instance, including my videos, you're going to prolong the healing process. If you get back, if you get in touch with your ex before you're ready, you're going to prolong the healing process. Okay? So repairing a relationship is a process. So it's important to understand that like different phases. So no contact, regardless of the dynamic, regardless of the attachment style, is a must do. And I'm not saying from a point of view of creating the fear of loss, creating a sense of curiosity, it's for you. I often say that I help my clients, I don't help their exes. I don't really care what your ex is doing. What I care is that how can we create the right environment for you to learn from this breakup and potentially get back with them. But right now it's about creating the right space. And also, subsequently, creating the right space will maximize your chance of getting back with your ex. First sign that you could be ready breaking no contact is you feel emotionally stable. So as I said before, it's quite rare that you feel emotionally stable like after 2 weeks after a breakup. That's not possible. If you have feelings for that person, even if you're secure, it's very hard to be emotionally stable. And so if you send a message, if you see that person before you're ready, you're going to create the wrong dynamic, They're going to see, it's the same as it was before. Or you won't look as seductive, as attractive. Because, I don't know, you'll be crying, you'll be too emotional, you'll be pressuring them. That's not what you want. That's not the image you want to reflect. It's also important to understand whether when you send that message, it's because you are clear and have emotionally stable in the sense of you're not seeking any form of validation. The state of mind is like you are reaching out to an old friend. Right? It's exactly the same state of mind that you have to adopt. And detaching yourself from the outcome. Because it's not because you started no contact that you're going to get back with your ex. It's not because you started no contact and been quite strict and disciplined with that your ex will reply to that message. Okay? And it takes a bit of time to detach yourself from the outcome. And that's probably just the only thing. If there's one thing to assess is really, are you ready to break no contact? Are you ready to be disappointed? If you're not, wait a bit. You will be ready at some stage. But if you're not, if you can't answer clearly the question, are you ready for them not to reply? If you're not able to answer this question, wait a bit. Second sign is you have a clear purpose of reaching out. You know exactly what you want to say. You know exactly why you want to say those things. It's not because you saw a notification. It's not because you saw something on Instagram. It's not because you saw, I don't know, their favorite show on the TV and, I need to message them. And just because you have this habit, unconscious habit of reaching out, of staying in touch with them. And again, it's not about seeking validation. It's not about seeking reassurance. You can use events, birthdays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, etc. to reach out. I think they are always good, natural excuses to reach out because you could use, and I've seen that when you use some kind of private jokes or private things to reach out to you, if you have no events, no birthday, nothing that you can share, you can use that. And I'll share with you a few templates in a second. But the point is, have a clear purpose. Why are you reaching out? What's the intent? And if the intent is just, I need reassurance, I need validation, that's not the right intent. Sign 3, there's been enough time. So as I said, at least 30 days. It's not strictly 30 days, it could be more. I don't think it works if it's less. I haven't seen any. So, and I forgot to mention that. If they reach out to you before the 30 days, it really depends on the situation. But I always tend to say you should at least give it a try because you don't want to reject them. That's an opportunity potentially to rekindle things, depending on their intention as well. If you see clearly that at some stage it's going nowhere, they just need to get that reassurance from you. You go no contact for another 30 days. But it's important. I forgot to mention that. It's important. So the thing is, how long? It depends on the dynamic of the relationship. It depends on the breakup. I put together a quiz to assess this, so you don't have to do the work. It's free. Have a look in the description, and you get a result in like 5 minutes. Like there are 20 questions. But basically, you have a clear idea because I know how confusing it is. Now, there's a school of thought that I don't follow, which is like you go no contact forever. Ideally, that's what you want to do, right? You feel like they broke up with me. I'm not worthy of a relationship where the person doesn't want me. And therefore, I'll go no contact. And if they change their mind, then reach out to me, okay? In an ideal world, that's what we want to do. But in reality, in some cases, the person wouldn't reach out because they're scared. Yes, it's unfair. Yes, it's not the right way to do things, but that happens. There's also an element where you need closure. And the breakup, as it was, is not enough for you to move forward. And you feel the need to reconnect and just discuss things out and get a bit of clarity from your partner. And that's why sometimes it's good to reach out. Okay? Now, with closure, and I've made a few videos on that, you might not get the closure from your partner. So it's very important, again, to detach yourself from the outcome. It's not because you're going to reach out to your partner, to your ex, that you'll get all the answers. Okay, you have no guarantee of what will happen. What you created is just the right set of the set of rules, the right framework for you to have normal conversations, have normal relationships, and start potentially afresh. Then it really depends on them whether they want to seize this opportunity. And it's something we can't control. So again, it's being really realistic and detaching yourself from the outcome. 3 rules. to reach out. It sounds obvious, but a lot of people make those mistakes, so I wanted to just make one slide on this. Keep it short and simple. Don't send them a 3-page letter with everything that you've learned, with everything that you analyze on the breakup. Keep it for yourself. When you reach out to them, keep it simple, non-confrontational. Especially at the beginning, don't bring up the past. The process of getting back with the next, or the process of figuring out, because that's the right way to look at it, figuring out whether a second chance with that person is the right decision, is about building blocks. Surely, increasing the level of intimacy. If you go all in right away, you're guaranteed that the person will freak out and will run away. So know that this no contact, it's just breaking the contact, it's just nudging them in step 1 of many steps. You have, again, to take this into account when you break the contact. Don't think, oh, I'm breaking the contact, therefore this message is really, I need a silver bullet. A lot of people, they overthink this message, and I get it. That's why I would put a slide with few examples. But again, don't overthink about it, because by experience, regardless of what you send, the importance is that you send something. And as I said before, you have to be prepared for any response, right? They might say that they haven't changed their mind. They might ignore you. They might wait 1 week just to reply. Be prepared. So that's why you have to develop this emotional resilience. And if you're not ready, wait a bit, okay? Simple, don't bring up the past, and be prepared for any response. Now, few examples, and I don't want to read those. Click on pause on the video. Again, make up your own. Keep it simple, present. Don't be too emotional. It's just an excuse to reach out. Okay? They know you're their ex. You don't have to remind them, and you don't have to be weirdly and awkwardly distant. Distant, or as if you didn't care or you don't care. They know who you are. Okay. So again, don't overthink it. Have a look and take some notes from this. Remember, now, breaking the contact, the only thing that matters is whether you have this emotional stability, right? Whether you know that regardless of the outcome, you'll be happy moving forward. You might be disappointed, but that's not going to change the whole world. That's not going to change your mental health globally. The point is to reconnect healthier term, but not necessarily get that closure. You won't get that closure because you reach out after 6 months of no contact or 3 months of no contact. You have to trust the process, okay? You have to focus on yourself. In the next 30, 60, 90 days, you're the most important person in your life, okay? That's the only thing that matters. And you have those days, and you should be grateful that you have those days to really take care of yourself. If you're not sure about whether you should go in no contact, whether you should actually get back with your ex, again, have a look in the description. There are a few links for you to help you out. If you have any questions on that, let me know in the comment section. If you found this video helpful, don't hesitate to click on like. That does help me a lot. And I'll see you next time. Take care.